Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into Special Flying with Mike. We are flying for Millennium Aviation today. I don't think I've done many flights this month for them. But this is the one we love to do. It's their destination of the month, Alice Springs, Australia. We are sitting in Mount Isa, so we are going to fly a nice little hop to get that destination of the month in. I think you'll all enjoy it. Who knows? I may still not be able to fly this plane. I've been doing pretty good up to this point. Thank you for the follow, Mamont 2019. We appreciate you coming aboard. We've had some struggles, troubles, and we'll see if maybe some of those have been kind of worked out. We had a pretty successful flight back a few nights ago, off stream, well, actually I was offline, and it went pretty well. So we're hoping some little tips and tricks, I hope, stuck with me that I learned through the School of Hard Knocks help. Only way to find out, try another flight. Coming on the heels of yesterday's big stream with the return of the MD-11 in the real world, we flew a, oh, wait a minute. I think I have an echo in the background. There we go. We flew a pretty big stream yesterday. Feel free. First of 2 flights is up on YouTube already, so we'll have the second one here shortly. And it looks like the birds are here. You can see the shadows flying by. So, all right, this is the Just Flight BAe146. This is the Dash 300, the bigger of them all. What did I read? 120? That sounds too many. But anyway, it's the one that can hold the most people. And we're going to fly what the 100 can hold, 69 people. All right, so let's pull up, well, let's show you how we do this. We're going to pull up Elevatech and get it up and running here. We'll hit Start Tracking. Once you generate your flight plan in SimBrief, it brings it here, and if you have the airplane, oh, I just hit the wrong button. Hang on. Cancel. All right, we'll try it again. I do that every now and then. It's continue. If you have the aircraft, and I know I don't, it'll show up here. Let me go over here to aircraft, new, and this will be tail number Victor Hotel dash EWM. Okay, creating the aircraft, sure, why not? Bear with me, I'm going to need one piece of information from SimBrief. EMW, there it is. Okay, we don't know all of this, so we just cancel out, and then we go hunt it down. VHEWM. Come up, hit modify. Bear with me here. Currently at YBMA. Let it pull up the airport. We'll base it, say, BBN. Is that Brisbane? Yeah. And then we'll put our SimBrief in on it and call it. So now we'll go click the little icon and put the H-E-WM, and there's our airplane. There's no image. I didn't put one up. All right, so we got that part loaded, and then we click the route, which puts it in there, and yeah, it's desert. Deserted, desert, however you want to say it. All right, today's flight's an hour and 17 minutes long. It's 386 miles. We're at a cost index of 1.5, and no, we're at Mach 0.70. This aircraft didn't fly cost indexes. The cruise will not be 30,000, will be at 24,000. I get nervous with this plane that high. I don't really know if it ever really did get up there. We had aircraft through the airport I worked at. From what I heard of pilots, they rarely got them up there, and we were far enough away where they could. Aircraft, airline jets could get to the altitudes. So I get a little nervous. You can see the zero fuel weight, 70,800 pounds, takeoff weight, payload. There's our fuel, and yeah, we have 10,000 pounds on. All right, so again, we're flying from Mount Isa to Alice Springs. Alice Springs is kind of like a Victorville. Oh, where's the one of late that the Spirit Air? Oh, where are the Spirit aircraft going? But they're being housed. Hey, Pratt PT6, welcome aboard. I can't remember the name of the airport. I've just seen a billion posts on it, it seems like, where they're storing the Spirit aircraft from the just bankrupted airlines. So anyway, yeah, it's gone. So, but anyway, it's kind of a similar type airport. It's mainly a desert type airport. So you can imagine, yeah, if you're gonna mothball aircraft, it's a good place to put them. So, all right. Anyway, again, the BAe146-300 here at Mount Isa. If you're looking for it on a map, Yankee Bravo Mike Alpha is the airport code. Alice Springs is where we're headed. And I don't get Northern Territories, but then again, I don't understand Australia much. But they call it Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia. Looks more center of the country to me than northern, but you know, they'll probably say, well, if you take and put this line through it, it's 1 foot on the other side. It'd be north. That is, I don't know. So don't listen to that guy sitting in the left seat. He's just the captain. No big deal. So let's get in the plane, get this bird ready to go. Which, by the way, it's pretty close to ready to go. I've already powered it up, minus the engines. There's a great tutorial. Go through it to learn the plane. We're not going to. I just want to get the plane in the air and do some flying today. So I got it all set, ready to go here, and in the FMCs, we hope. Yeah, he says it cautiously. We hope. All right. Let me see where I left off, speaking of which. All right, we are loaded with our, well, let's double check it. It loves to change things on me. Nope, we're still there. So we're going to close up. Now, one thing with this plane, I will let you know, you can open doors right here from the outside. I know a lot of you are like, well, why? Well, some of you like that ability, so you have it with this aircraft. And the stairs are only, I believe, only on the front. Let's look. Yeah, they're only in the front. Okay. And to show you what I mean, I'll just go back outside. Swing. Ooh, that's not swinging the point of view around. You know what? Let's just get a fresh set of eyes on it. It's going way too crazy. Okay, so if you open the door, your staircase is here, but I thought you could pull this out. I can't remember where the click is, but if you're in the plane, you can definitely kick the stairs out. Now, if you're in a jetway, you wouldn't need them. That's why they're stowable. All right, we've got the EPU up and running. The only thing I have yet to do is set our altimeter. We'll go 1013. Okay. Okay, that one's set. I know we got to do this side. All right, we're set. And I think everything else is ready to go. All right, so let's get up top. First off, parking brakes are set, fuel are in the cutoff. It's a little tricky to get this plane to start, and we'll go through that. Hopefully it will work fine. That's been part of our problem, engines not fully kicking over. And hopefully we'll beat that animal today. All right, fuel levers are cut off, flaps up, spoilers down, and let's head up to the overhead. All right, we're going to come over to the fuel panel, which is, as it's titled, all of this is the fuel. We're going to make sure the center tank transfer is in the auto. Okay. Head up, make sure the hydraulics, which is right here, is in the off, 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 off position. Pressurization. Hang on, you can see it here coming down. We want to set our altitude to 24,000. That is the inner ring. Why not 25 like the tutorial? We're going west. I think it works the same there. So we'll be running about 5,500, an atmosphere of about 5,500 in the aircraft. It's on auto. Everything looks good. Okay, fuel's good. And finally, one neat little thing, and I don't know if it's really that needed, but you never know. Check it. Right here is your, what do they call it? The flight data recorder being stamped. Okay, for today, the 17th May, first flight. I don't know what the other two numbers are. But anyway, it puts that on your flight recorder. Okay, next up, we'll head down here to the transponder. This one kind of, I don't understand much. We'll move that up to auto, actually to exponder. All right. And then we're supposed to put our ATC ID in. So you click the FIDE mode, and we are A. enter, A, enter, A, enter, 5, 7, 2. Okay, then we're going to put 2000 in here, and we should be ready to go. Minus turning on nav radio up here because I've got the other ones turned on. Yes. Okay. Okay. We've powered up our TMS, and I don't know what that stands for. We need to press the test button. And you can see it moving through. Okay, we'll press TO. And everything is now set. So we are looking at 108.116.126. They're kind of way off what the FMC came up with. Okay, radios are set. Let's head over here. Again, a pet peeve of mine, and it's not just Flight's fault. It's just, oh, wait a minute. I'm on the wrong. This one's not too big of a problem, but it does rear its ugly head when we go with a GA complement aircraft. Okay, so we're taking off what runway again? 16, I think it is. Okay, so we'll set, where's my heading bug? Okay. Well, we're definitely not going to 46,000 feet. Okay, and we're set there. All right, arm it. All right, fun part, folks. Here we go. Take a quick look outside. Yeah, no chocks. Yeah, I know, the building. Somebody had to put the building in the way. I don't get it. Oh, all right, so let's do it. Now, what I'll do is we'll set it here. We'll have it set here to get the engines going, and we'll bounce between the two screens here, okay, the best we can. All right, so once all the passengers fasten seatbelts, that's right down here. Our beacon is actually all the way up to the top. All right, and APU air off, packs off. All the fuel pumps coming on. Okay. And finally, Go to number 4. Start power normal, start masters on. Now, here comes where it gets interesting. Hang on. A, B on. Wait a minute. I don't think I got a start. No, I didn't. Let me look at it again. There we go. Now we got it. See how we're starting to number up? Go here. Click the detent. And let's make sure it fully fires. It appears it did. Now we'll do the same thing. We're going to start number 3. Again, detent. Okay, it appears they're up and running. Invariably, I get out to the runway and they're not. Okay. So far everything appears doable. Okay, and then the last engine. Like I said, there's a little trick to it, and I'm still working on it. I wish I could tell you what it actually is, but I just don't know. All right. With that, we will hang on this. All right, let's head back up top. Let's kind of zoom in for you. Now, once we have all four engines up and running, rotate to off, master off. Fuel's on, okay. Now we'll go to Gen 1 and 4 on, and then APU air back on, and packs, I'm sure, coming back on. Brake fans to auto, that's up a little higher. Okay, and then engine 2, 3 on. And I believe that is where we are right now. Okay, pitot heat's on. Flaps going to 18. All right, here we go. Mount ISA traffic, end set 572 taxi runway 16. See how well it tracks. All right, we're going to get up here to the hold line. Basically, we have a back taxi to do. And either way, this is the center located ramp. So it's back taxi either way. So hope you enjoyed that. I'm glad we got underway a little quicker than normal. Let's get those flight directors on. And verify. Flaps are indeed 18. Trim. I'll have to look at it once we get out of get the sun set better. Hopefully.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
I really hope the airplane didn't have an echo like that in real life. It's kind of scary. Cool for our purposes, scary for anything else. Okay. Okay, trims, double check. Can't ever remember which one. Here it is. Something's not set right. Hang on. Case auto. What is not set right? Okay, AC pump is on. One last try and I got it to where it would do it right. All right, here we go. That's what it was, the parking brake. Oh, landing is all the way up. Okay, sorry about that, folks. This is only like about flight 3, 4 for me. So, I mean, I am still learning a lot on it. All right, so I hope the weekend has been a good one for you. I know tomorrow is tomorrow. Um, so hopefully things go well for you this week. And as you can see, you do have to be a little careful turning this airplane. Kind of like the cargo birds out there for the military. They're little bit of their wheels don't stick out far enough to give you a fairly decent turnaround. I still can't believe it's 3x3 in this plane. What I mean by 3x3, aisle 3. There's that gotta be a small row to get down. All right, going to landing, lights are on, seatbelt lights on. All right, let me just double check. Takeoff mode engaged. Here we go. Okay, there's 80 knots. Okay, 100. I've got to hand off the throttles. Coming up on V1. Gotta rotate. Kind of let her leave the ground on her own. Positive rate. Gears coming up. Oh, I remember where decision altitudes are set. Hang on. Okay, bear with me. We got that back under control. That's usually the hard part. Now let's go direct. So what I'm going to do, instead of using this, let's okay, we're getting caught up on a few other things real quick here, and Okay, we've got them synced. Okay, hang on, let's get up here. Okay, and okay, I think we're heading up. Just looking to see if I need to do anything other than okay. All right, we're on top.
The cabin crew have been released to begin their service, but please note that the seatbelt signs are still on.
That's the overspeed alarm. Okay, we're doing pretty good here. 14,000 heading up. Let me zoom in here real quick. Forgot to set that for takeoff. Okay. And we're slowly getting on course. We'll watch to make sure. But yeah, we are. Oh, that would help. Okay. That was fun. Little better than before. The only problem I seem to be having is getting the transition from takeoff into climb. That's still a little tricky for me, but we did a lot better this time than in past. And most of that comes with it wanting to immediately sync when the autopilot comes on. So we'll have to keep working at it. How's my airspeed? Still good? 250? 250 is what we're climbing at, right? Yeah. All right, we're on our way. Mission fail. Welcome in, sir. Hello, hello. Glad to have you aboard. Skies look a little more turbulent today than yesterday, as they should have been in Indianapolis. For those tuning in, if you haven't checked the title yet, let me fill you in. We are in Australia, flying from Mount Isa to Alice Springs. It is for Millennium Aviation, a great airline, by the way, if you're looking for one. Very easy going. They got great tours like this that every month they give us a new one. Just a new destination of the month. Alice Springs is that today or this month. And we're in the BAe146 from Just Flight, the Dash 300. Let's see how we're doing on the route. Looks pretty good, but Venex is where we're direct to, and we'll see if we end up there. That's the other thing we've had troubles with, getting the FMS to play nicely on the route. We've had to do it sometimes ourselves. So that's why I'm kind of paying attention here a little bit to it. Because we should be getting ready to see a little bit of a turn to the left on course, or we may be the way we need to be because of winds, but it's a beautiful day to fly. Uh-oh, what happened? The wind shift down there? We're still going that way. What's the winds? Yeah, we're still doing it. Okay, couple of key things to always keep in mind. Always make sure your altitude arm is set so it will stop at your top altitude. The other is just monitor your VS and your speeds. Make sure you're where you need to be. So we are Well, you know what? Let me see. We have any VORs to track? 15.9. Let's go ahead, throw that in there. There's that little adjustment I told you. And I know we're not 40 miles. No, it would show over here, sorry. We're about 40 miles, I think, from Vinix. I'm gonna say, I know we're not 40 miles out. We are about an hour out of Alice Springs. We've leveled off at 24,000 feet. We are in sync. And away we go. $109. Okay. That is our ILS frequency, by the way. We'll throw it over here too. Okay, yeah, weather is kind of crummy. If you use right now going in and out of Alice Springs, I've got it set up to when we, ooh, wait a minute, we're showing insufficient fuel. That does not look good. You gotta love it. All right, what's going on here? I actually think we are good. But it's going to be a little scary, folks. All right, we should be landing with at least 2,000 pounds. Yep, someone forgot the ballast tanks. Yes, sir. Yeah, we got plenty. Oh, yeah, we do. Let me just make sure. What I'm doing is double checking. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there we go again, getting fast. All right, we're gonna, why are we, let's make sure first we're on course. We are, okay. I am going to step us up 26,000. All right, we're gonna head up to 28,000 and see if we pick up better wins. Got no gas in it, huh? Yeah, it actually does. It's in kilograms. Yeah, it said we needed 9,000 pounds. We had plenty. And we got well over 6,000 in it right now. So, yeah, we got plenty. Just can't go to an alternate. Okay, wins for the flight. unfortunately aren't in our favor. Got a headwind of a component 52 knots, so that isn't helping. Okay, we're just starting to come in on the range of Alice Springs. You can see it trying to hold at 230. So we're looking up. We're not looking up out of the clouds yet, though. Wow. Oh, I know something we could try here. Let's just take a look at it. The flight computer. Got an hour and 10 minutes worth of fuel, 430 miles. So yeah, we're good. Headwind component right now is 51, so we'll take it up and see how it goes. Yeah, I forgot about that ability. Let's get down here and take a look at our speed. Okay, we are at looks like 0.7 right now at 250. So once we level off, we'll try to keep it here. All right, so we're looking good. We have a better part of 30, let's call it 40 minutes to Alice Springs. We should be approaching top of descent shortly. Says in 160 miles. Do I concur? Okay, so we'll descend down to 5,500. Okay, we Okay, we're getting back up to speed. I'm just getting up on our ILS, and hopefully we'll hit our top of descent just like we should. I'd like to get out of this cloud bank, but oh well. Okay, well, we're stuck in the clouds. Okay, this is gonna be fun. So from our about 60 miles. All right, so about so 60, so about 50 or so miles from RAS 15 on my chart. We should begin our descent. See where we're showing right now. So we're talking about 50, 60 miles from this fix, RAS 15. We're going to start down so that we can come across Yindi pretty close to our to 6,000 feet. We'll be in an arc and slowing the bird up for landing. What's they the same? 1017. Okay. So the weather is actually looking pretty crummy. I don't know if I can pull up Alice Springs yet. Nope. To see what it's actually gonna be on arrival. That's the bad thing when you don't use real world weather. It's a great feature, mind you. Oh, we actually have popped out. Mind you, it's a really great feature, but that we can use the weather for what we set it for. However, when you're flying on VATSIM, say, like we are, or any online or anything like that, it's hard to get that weather from past. So we can only hope it's above minimums. Currently, it's barely above minimums. So, actually, not barely. It's oh, yeah, it is low. 400 broken, 10,000 or 1,000 over broken, overcast 1,600, and 4,200 meters drizzle. So we'll see how this translates. Worst case scenario, I'll set it to clear air and or something where we can see the airport. We'll see. Got a little ways to go. Okay, we are crossing Ganfer. We're at 0.70. I'm going to go ahead and kick off the seatbelt sign. But I'll tell you what I'm seeing out the nose and out the side. It's not promising. But we'll do it our best. OBKB. Okay, we got to get to Anzac, and then we get ready to start thinking about getting this plane set for descent. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with a VREF of 115. We'll see what the box shows when we're ready to set it. Okay, hey, at least the weather looks a little better out the nose visibility wise. Now spinning down, I don't know about that. All right, I think we just crossed Asthma. Oop, wrong one. Nope, we're about halfway there. Okay. And it's like we're in a hurricane. Here, let me show you what I mean. I think we found the center of the low pressure. The eye of the storm. All right, I am going to check something here real quick. All right, VAT radar. Well, it is raining below us in real time. You can see where we're headed and what we're flying over right now. Just kind of, yeah, let's just call it icky. Again, thanks Memont for the 2019 for the follow an hour or so ago. And Pratt, thank you so much for coming in with the applause. We always appreciate you both, and thank you for being with us today. Got a few others out there, and another great day behind the stick here, as some call the pixel planes. As me, hey, it's an airplane. So let's try to enjoy the day, and hopefully here in the next 30-ish minutes, we'll be descending into Alice Springs. As we said in the beginning, it's kind of a graveyard of aircraft, or a repository for when they mothball them out in the desert, obviously, so they can not rust. Victorville is well known for this. So is Davis Motham with the military aircraft, and there are several other. Roswell. I'm trying to think the one that Spirit has gone. They've got theirs in mothballed. If there's any chance of them coming back. Me personally, I don't think so, but airlines, it's an industry that is hard to figure out. But I, for the life of me, cannot figure out. I see it just about every time I click on Facebook, and I can't remember. All right, let me... Thank you, Hawker. Gee, I wonder where I got it from. uh, Hawker, welcome aboard. You missed a great day. You'll see it. They'll be popping up. One's up. There'll be another MD11 video to come this week, and of course, this one. So, but thank you, Hawker, for coming in, being part of the party, so to speak, as we fly through the eye of the storm. I guess. Don't know the current weather currents down there. Just know it's raining below us. And this be a good time since we're back into clouds. You know, my head's always up in the clouds somewhere. To refresh and help those that just came aboard. We are flying from Mount Isa in Australia to Alice Springs. It's kind of central Australia. A little short 400 mile flight, and maybe we'll glide in. Who knows? It's saying we'll be out of fuel. Who knows? But the shadows below us. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. Hey, I loaded it up via SimBrief and even 1,000 pounds over, I think. So we'll see. Would love to know the fuel information. Too expensive. Oh, not that information. But anyway, we're back where my head is, in the clouds all the time. All right, where are we in reference to, hang on a second. All right, I'm back. They were at the Art on the Square in our area and got a great gift. The little girl was, grandkid was having fun, and Hawker125, she says hi to you as well. But yeah, it was a great time there. Yesterday was a bit on the rainy side. And I know one graduation party behind us got a little wet. More than what they bargained for, since they had an inflatable with um, one of those water-like inflatables with who needed it? God supplied it enough rain for everything. So, but anyway, yeah, well, we're actually getting close now. Let's see. RS is 78. You know what? I am going to begin setting up for descent. Let's see here. We got our ILS set. I don't know if I can move these. Oh, I can. Hang on. Let's get that set on the right heading. What is it? 116. Now, you're not going to see the dial move. Let me explain here why. Okay, if any of you guys and gals out there fly the flight sims regularly, especially the GA side, even like the 747, 727, by 747, the 200, but many of the GA aircraft, you can't spin. Well, we just spun the dial, but you're not seeing it reflected here. Why? You're either in GPS mode or you're in RNAV mode like we are. So it stays locked where you're going. Now, when we get into this arc, and I'm going to show the approach plate here in a second. Let's get the aircraft into the descent and stable and go from there in showing it. We're going to be doing a DME arc to the localizer course. And we'll talk about the weather. Let's see if maybe, how far out are we? 80? I don't think we're, oh wait. Yes, we are. Alice Springs, let's see if the details are different. The one thing I wish Laminar would do with X-Plane 12, on the map, tell us the time. Current conditions, or, you know, because if we're flying, as in this case, a different day, actually at just a different time, the weather can be set differently. And it would be nice to know if that's what we're getting. But let's just look at it right now. Overcast 24,000, 10-mile visibility. Boy, I'm not really worried at all. We'll see if that comes out. But here's us. We don't have, and if we could somehow be able to put our route on here would be great too. But we're going to be coming to about here and, well, here, and then shoot the arc for the landing. So let's do that. All right, now how far out are we? Perfect. All right, now set the altitude 6,000. You know, one thing, I'd love to sit in this aircraft and see if that little jut out, we would call it a suicide stick on a steering wheel, if that helps any. I don't know. Arm it. Turn VS on. Knock it. Wait a minute. Do we have a descent mode? Some of these will have descent. No, they don't. Okay, so we'll put her into descent right now. Down. We'll set about 1,800 to 2,000. watching our speed. We'll keep it around 250, 260. One more notch ought to do it. All right, there we go. And then we'll watch our speed. Looks like about 250, and I think that's what they call for in the tutorial. Engage D. Oh, on TMS we can. Okay, hang on. Let me find that. I knew there was a descent somewhere on this. I just couldn't remember. And then we'll go back up top here. PTU on. Yep, it's on. Seatbelt's on. And let me double check our speed. Okay, back off just a little more. All right, we are into our descent. I'm gonna go another notch. All right, we're into layer again. Oh yeah, that looks good. All right, pull back just a little bit and we'll take it down from here. Okay, currently 11 miles out. Correction, 11 minutes. All right. Okay, so let's look at this chart real quick because things are about to start happening pretty fast. Okay, so you can see where we are. We are headed to RAS 15. If we come over it above 6,000 feet, I'm not going to be overly concerned. Why? We've got to fly this arc right here to come in on the localizer. All right, so we're going to come off Yindi and hit the arc. All right, let me do, well, here's current weather. 5,000 meters, drizzle, overcast 600, overcast 1,000, and it's ripe for low clouds, low ceiling at temp and dew point right on top of each other. Okay, now let's go ahead, hide this, blow this up even more for you, make it easier. Okay, across the top, that's your frequencies. They do not operate in CTAF, so we don't have to worry about that. Excuse me. Unless, of course, they come up. Localizer, we've got dialed in 1099. 116 is the final approach course. At Aldim, let's kind of see where that might be. 5.7 miles. Off the runway. Okay, we need to be at or above 3,960 feet or 2,174. At or above 2,100 feet. Make it easy. Conditional ILS 2,000 feet, 214 for our decision altitudes and heights. The airport itself sits 1,700, almost 1,800 feet above sea level, hence why it can be so crummy, especially wintertime. Missed approach track 116 out 5,500 feet. And then we wait till they tell us what they want us to do. Here's what it looks like. So we're coming from Yindi. No lower than 5,500. Actually, you know what? That doesn't have the NPT on it. Huh. I wonder, well, 5,500 feet is as low as we'll go. Come around at Liz T, we'll be on the ILS. We'll switch off here, go to VL and GBL so we can get the glide slope. We'll be using the air brakes to help slow this beastie down. And then fly it right in. Okay. Hopefully we'll be able to see the runway decently according to what we saw on the map. We'll see. All right, now you're gonna get something you're not used to here. There's the bottom of the chart. You're going, where's minimums? Page 2. So 5,500 feet to Liz T. 10 miles out, we'll be starting down the glide slope. Aldim is 2,100. We went through that. And then down to the runway. We're going to probably be at about 600 feet a minute if the glide slope's out. Pappy's, high ALS, page 2. There's our minimums. 2,000 feet MSL, 214, and 0.8 kilometers. So we are good all around. If we, when flight director autopilot are not used, they have to go to 1.2 kilometers. All right, so there you have it. We're approaching there. What's our, oh, we got to also look at transition level, 11,000. So at 11,000, if you're on VATSIM with a controller, you would set your altimeters to the current, to the altimeter of the field. And we'll find out what's going on here again. Maybe. Okay, Alice Springs. Currently 1017. I'm just going to read it over here. Are we current? 1017. Okay, PTU's on. Okay, VREF, let's get that put in here. Okay, hang on. Let's go to init. And let's see if we can do this. 113 is going to be our speed. Matches up. All right, we're set up and coming up to rise. We probably will hover at about 6,000. So I'm going to back it off just a tad. It will go there. All right, so we are very close and nowhere near fuel emergencies like we were led to believe. We got over 4,000 pounds of fuel, folks. The only thing we can't do, like I said, is hit an alternate. But other than that, we're good.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing.
By the way, there was no alternate for this flight. 10,000 feet. All right, hang on. Remember, one other thing big to keep in mind here. It's winter down here. All right. Going to go ahead, start up the APU. I know some of you are like, I really wish you didn't say that because it's not going to be much longer. It'll be winter again here. Okay, APU available. All right, let's see how we're doing. Oh yeah, we're coming up. Perfect. Keep our speed a little up. We're below 8,000. Here we go. Hopefully we'll have a nice nail biter for you. Again, if you've missed anything in this here on Twitch, in the chat box is a link to our YouTube channel and several hundred videos there for you to watch. This will be up sometime this week. And usually, and I'm going to tell you right now, this will be unedited, as is yesterday's flights. So, and they're intentional to be unedited. So there's a lot sometimes that people can learn listening to controllers and so forth. So that's why we do it. The only time we'll really think about editing is cross the pond kind of flights, because 12 hours, that's a long video to sit and try to watch. And try to fly too, come to think of it. All right, we're leveling off at 6. Make sure the altitude arm is on. Guess what? The turn for the arc has begun. And by the time we get to 30, 40, let me show that real quick. 30, 40 here. We need to be at 5,500 feet so we can, and I might even fudge it to 5,000. Okay, leveling off. Not looking very promising, folks. See how things go. Though I do have a request out there. It's been standing since flight 1 with this aircraft. How do you arm the spoilers? Where do I set the lever? Okay, we're going to slow it up a little. That's perfect, 220. And let me nestle into 5,500 feet. Yeah, 55. Let's call it 55. Okay. Nice, gentle descent. Oh, that's promising. I actually see the ground. Okay. Here we are coming in. Start really slowing her up. Okay. First notch of flaps are out as we join the localizer. $13 miles out. Okay, don't see the airport yet, but my focus is more on that we start the glide slope here soon. Okay, there's 10.5. We need to be coming down. All right, coming down to 2420. All right, I got an airport. I don't know if you all can see it, but it's right here. Okay, speed. We need more descent. Okay, landing gear. Landing. Alice Springs traffic Ansett 572, 1 mile final for 12.
Sync rate, sync rate.
Oh, by the way, remember, you don't have reverse thrust. Welcome in. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, yeah, I guess we could take this one. Yeah, we'll take, yeah, let's clear just. And Alice Springs traffic, Ansett 572 off at taxiway Echo to the terminal. Hang on a second, folks. Let me Okay, just getting everything. Okay, switching. Okay, we're set. Let's taxi to the ramp. All right, hope you enjoyed that. That was a fun flight. Just about an hour. We'll get the exact time here in a minute, but really a fun flight. Flying down here in Australia, I actually really do like it. I just don't do it enough. I'm gonna pull the power back. And we'll go one more. Let's just take this one. Disregard. Okay, parking brake set. Flaps up, spoilers down. Yeah, like I said, if any of you know how to put this in the armed position, I would love to know, because that's what it looks like on the runway rollout. I just don't know if I need to set a keybind or what. And I don't know what position would be that. So normally you're here descending with your spoilers down, but your speed brake open. That's one of the reasons I've always loved this airplane. It's got the old speed brakes on it. And then we just close the clams up. All right, let's think about those shutting it off. All right, let's get up top here. A lot of it's going to be up here. Okay, we've got our contiguous switches off. Taxi lights are all off. Hang on.
Cabin crew, doors to manual and cross-check.
Switch off taxi light. Switch off all hydraulics. Okay, hydraulics again is right here. Okay. Gen 1 and 4, they're down here all the way to the bottom. And then fasten your seatbelts. All right, let's turn those engines off. Again, all you got to do, hit the detents. And as long as you kept the APU gen on, we're good. And everything looks good. Okay, all heaters off. Ice detection is off. Beacon light up top here, probably already off. And okay, cleared to disembark. Wait a minute. Is there a point where I was supposed to dump the pressure? I'll have to look into that. I may just be bringing the 747 to mind here. All right, let's get the chocks in. And there you have it. Great flight, fun time. I hope y'all enjoyed. Let's that's what I mean, how it's a graveyard of aircraft. It's just mothballed aircraft from Air New Zealand, Qantas. I'm sure there's Ansett in there. Kind of like what's going on with Spirit out there, and I wish I could remember the airport I heard they're going to, but I can't. All right, let me find out. Oh, it says it already filed it. So let's find out. 117 feet a minute, the ACARS Smart Cars 3 for MACAIR got us at. Go ahead and quit that so I don't. Okay, let me just check something here real quick. All right, let's bring in Elevatech, take a look at this flight, and then call it a great flight, which it was. All right, so you can see from Mount Isa, let me kind of scroll out, give you a little bit of a lay of the land. See how I said, okay, it's not as centered as I thought, but you get the feel. We're Mount Isa, Alice Springs, Sydney's over here, Melbourne, Brisbane, Cairns, Perth. I hope I get them right. So it gives you kind of a lay of the land here of Australia. It's fun to. I love flying down here, and I may do some hopping around here with another airline as soon as I get a couple of things figured out in this plane. Mainly why the glide slope isn't locking in. For some reason, I am either doing something wrong or it's just not locking. But we performed a pretty good landing. Let's just kind of zoom it in. All right, so you can see center line runway landing, 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet. So we'll call it 1,900, 2,000 foot down the runway, pretty much on the center. And like I said, no reverse thrust and no auto brakes. They're on your feet. So a little bit of a working plane, but it gives you you know, here gives you the idea of what the terminal's like. There's your terminal and stuff. So really fun. Let's see, 112 feet a minute and 131 knots. We were fast, so I have to work that, but we only had 1.1 Gs. Oh wait, I know there was some controversy. Let's find out how much fuel was left. Doesn't look bad. Let's there's the gauges, by the way, right here. And the airplane had roughly 3,500 pounds of fuel. So just because it's telling you 0, sometimes understand how far away you are and don't necessarily go by some of the stuff on the plane. Yeah, I know it's hard to tell when to and when not to. So, and you all didn't see that, so now you do. 3,566 pounds for those that like gauges. It's right here, right above the, ooh. Oh, 26,000 if we're in icing. I didn't see that for takeoff, but we weren't. So there you go. Yeah, it got a little scary, hairy-carry, but we got her on the ground. All right, so hey, thank you so much for being a part of Flying with Mike today. We'll kind of sneak around. Hey, there's a balloon going up out there. How about that? So, fun times here in Australia. Look for more. Look for more. We used to fly this quite a bit with the 727. Who knows? Maybe we might try yet another attempt. So, thank you again for spending some of your Sunday with us. And thank you so much for the great crowd we had over the entire weekend of flying. And I hope y'all, if you're new to the channel, I really do hope here on Twitch you hit follow, so that way you know when we pop up like we did today, you are alerted by email. If you're unable, and I get it, time zones, you watch us on YouTube, I'd love for you, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Both options are free, and just let you know when we're up and running. All right. Y'all have a rest of your Sunday. Fantastic day. And we will see you maybe sometime during the week, or if not, next Saturday. God bless you all, and we'll see you on the next flight. Cheers.